Hello and welcome all in our new lecture. This is Chapter 7. We will talk in this lecture about customer-driven marketing strategy, three important concepts in marketing strategy, which are segmentation, targeting, and positioning. In this lecture, we will go through different topics and different outlines. Let's see, for example, we will explain the consumer-driven marketing strategy. Then we will explain the three concepts, which are marketing, segmentation, market targeting, and differentiation and positioning. Let's start with this figure. As you can see in this figure, here are 4 steps in the customer-driven marketing strategy. Why do we have this? Why this figure is explaining these concepts? Because companies today, they cannot appeal to all buyers, to all customers in the marketplace, or at least they cannot appeal in the same way, because buyers are too wide, too varied in their needs, their buying practices, and the companies themselves may vary in their abilities to serve these segments. So most of these companies move away from mass marketing. Mass marketing, yani we provide the same offer to all people, towards target marketing. What is target marketing? Target marketing means identifying market segments. Segmentation, the first one. And then targeting. What is targeting? Identifying target markets and selecting one or more of these segments, and then developing products and marketing programs tailored for them, which is differentiation and positioning. In this figure, they show the 4 major steps in designing the customer-driven marketing strategy, which are segmentation, targeting, differentiation, and positioning. Okay, let's move to the first 2 steps. The first 2 steps in these 2 steps, market segmentation and market targeting, the company select the customers they will serve. بنحدد بالظبط احنا هنخدم مين من المستهلكين. So the first step of these 2 steps اللي هي market segmentations, as you can see in the definition, they involve dividing the market. على فكرة هي اسمها market segmentation بالعربي اسمها تجزئة السوق. تجزئة السوق. So we divide the market into smaller groups of buyers. Those smaller groups of buyers, they have similar needs, similar characteristics, similar behavior, that they all need separate marketing strategies for them. Okay, so how we do this? The company can use different ways to segment the market. بنستخدم العديد من الأساليب to segment the market and develop market segments. بنعمل أجزاء، بنعمل تجزئة، بنعمل قطاعات سوقية. So this is market segmentation. طيب after market segmentation we come to targeting. Targeting consists of evaluating the segments. بنشوف بقى القطاعات السوقية دي and select one or more market segment to enter. So first of all we need to make segmentation، بنجزأ السوق. Then we make market targeting، هنشوف أي من الأجزاء السوقية دي إحنا هنستهدف. Okay, the other 2 steps احنا قلنا the first 2 steps اللي هي segmentation and targeting. The second 2 steps are differentiation and positioning. In these steps, we or the company decides on the proposition to these segments. يعني ايه proposition؟ العروض بتاعتها. How they create value to these target consumer. So differentiation involves differentiating the offering, my offering or the company offering, to create customer value or superior value over others. Okay, this is differentiation. Make different offering to the customer. اما the final step اللي هي ايه؟ البوزيشننج. what is positioning؟ positioning التعريف بتاعها زي ما انت شايف arranging for a market offering to occupy clear, distinctive and desirable place relative to competing products in the mind of the target consumers. That means we need to create an image in our customer. Okay, we will explain each of these steps one by one, but these overall are the four steps of making a marketing or customer oriented marketing strategy. Okay, let's first begin with segmentation. We have four important segmentation topics, as you can see here. Okay, we need to know how we segment consumer markets, segmenting business markets, segmenting international markets, and the requirements for effective segmentation. These are the topics we will explain in market segmentation. اهم واحده من دول اللي هو الكونسيومر ماركت. how we segment الكونسيومر ماركت. عشان تجزأ السوق المستهلك يعني we have different ways. we have no single way. we have different ways. we have different segmentation variables or maybe a combination of all. We can use segmenting based on geographic variables or demographic variables or psychographic variables or behavioral variables. يعني عند العديد من التقسيمات. Let's see مثلا geographic segmentation. يعني ايه geographic segmentation؟ means dividing the market into different geographical units such as nations, regions, provinces, parishes, cities or even neighborhoods. بنسميه التقسيم الجغرافي. التقسيم الجغرافي معناه ان each company decides to operate in which geographical areas, okay, and pay maybe attention to the geographical differences in their needs and wants. Okay, this is the geographical segmentation. The second type of segmentation is the demographic segmentation. The demographic segmentation, it divides the market into groups based on variables such as age, gender, family size, family life cycle, income, many variables according to demographic. الديموغرافيك بالعربي بنسميها العوامل الديموغرافيه. يعني ايه العوامل الديموغرافيه؟ معناها ان انا اللي هي العوامل اللي بتتعلق بخصائص السكان. تمام؟ like all these variables I told you about, gender, age, the income, occupation, education, religion, all these are demographic factors. وبالمناسبة demographic factors دي are the most popular basis of segmenting customer groups. هتلاقي دايما معظم الحاجات المنتجات اللي احنا بنشوفها بتتقسم على حسب الديموغرافيك. يعني بتتقسم على حسب الكاستمر راجل ولا ست، او بيتقسم على حسب الفئة العمرية، اطفال او شباب او بالغين او كبار السن. معظم التجزئة بتاعت السوق الكاستمرز في السوق بتبقى على اساس ايه؟ الموجرافيك فاريبلز. طب خلينا مثلا ندي بعض الامثله عن الديموغرافيك سيجمنتيشن. فور اكزامبل the age and the life cycle. زي ما قلت دلوقتي ان most of the companies use the age. اوكي، بتقدم different products ل different ages. يعني for example the things you are using now is not like you used 10 years ago, or not likely to be like the products you will use after 10 years from now. It's changed with the age and also changed with the life cycle stage. Also the gender segmentation زي مثلا الكومبانيز اللي بتعمل toiletries والماجازينز والكوزماتكس والكلوذينج بتعمل segmentation على حسب الجندر. Also about the income segmentation. ازاي some of the organizations زي مثلا cars companies او clothing companies او cosmetic companies they they use income segmentation. ممكن بعض الشركات بتحب ان هي تشتغل مع الناس الكاستمرز اللي هم اللي معاهم income. they like luxury goods و convenience services, so they use income segmentation. فده نوع من انواع السيجمنتيشن. يبقى احنا عندنا هنا geographic وعندنا demographic. also we can use the psychographic segmentation. تمام. السايكوجرافيك اللي هي العوامل او التجزئه السايكوجرافيه، بالعربي بيسموها سايكوجرافيك برضو، زي اللايف ستايل، زي البيرسوناليتي كاركترستكس. اوكي، لان ممكن ناس بيبقوا in the same demographic group لكن they have different psychographic characteristics مثلا. And if you remember in chapter 5 we discussed how the products that people buy reflect to their lifestyle. ممكن يكونوا من نفس العمر لكن their lifestyle change. So they can be, their lifestyle depends on their social class, depending on their personality characteristics. So psychographic segmentation is very important. It is very hard but it's very important. عندنا ايه كمان من السيجمنتيشن؟ عندنا behavioral segmentation. The behavioral segmentation divides the customers according to several behavioral attributes زي مثلا their knowledge, their attitude, their response of product. كلها عوامل سلوكية متعلقة بالسلوك، متعلقة بالbehavior. الحاجات المتعلقة بالbehavior مثلا، خليني ادي لك مثال. طبعا عندنا امثله كثيره زي المتعلق بالاوكيجن، السلوك المتعلق بالمناسبات، السلوك المتعلق بالبنفيت صوت، السلوك المتعلق باليوزر ستاتس او اليوزج ريت او اللويالتي ستاتس. خليني ادي لك مثال على الاوكيجن مثلا. يعني sometimes some companies provide special offers in holiday مثلا زي رمضان، زي الاعياد. they provide certain offers that is related to certain occasions. Why? Because the customer behavior change in these occasions. طيب مثلا اليوزج ريت، تمام. ممكن الكومبانيز they can segment the customers to light and medium and heavy product users. المعدل الاستهلاك ما بين استهلاك خفيف او متوسط او استهلاك كتير. اوكي، فكل دي انواع متعلقه بالبيهيفيورال سيجمنتيشن. طيب احنا عندنا بس الاربعه دول؟ احنا عندنا الديموغرافيك والجيوغرافيك والسايكوجرافيك والبيهيفيورال؟ لا، we can use multiple segmentation. يعني ايه multiple segmentation؟ يعني most of the time we don't use only one variable. We use multiple segmentation. يعني we can combine the demographic and the geographic. We can combine the psychographic and the behavioral. So these can be used to better understand the customer segments. مش بس على اساس الجندر، لكن على اساس الجندر واللايف ستايل. فيبقى في حاجه اسمها ايه combined or multiple segmentation. تمام. فده اول حاجه بالنسبه للسيجمنتيشن. خليني ارجع بيكو لكذا كده ستيب للوراء، اللي هي احنا هنا في الماركت سيجمنتيشن بنتكلم عن الكونسيومر ماركت. واول حاجه في الكونسيومر ماركت ان احنا عايزين نعرف ذا بيزس فور سيجمنتيشن، اللي هي الديموغرافيك والجيوغرافيك والسايكوجرافيك والبيهيفيرال. تمام. طيب نيجي بقى عند الحاجه الثانيه اللي هي يعني دي خلاص خلصناها. عايزين بقى segmenting business markets. خلونا نرجع تاني لنفس الشاشه اللي احنا وقفنا عندها. اوكي and okay this is segmenting business markets. بعد ما قسمنا الكونسيومر ماركتس خلينا نعرف ازاي business segment the business markets اللي هي الاسواق البزنس، الاسواق الصناعيه. تمام. we use many variables to segment البزنس markets. تمام. it's يعني the same. ممكن it looks the same as consumer markets. يعني as you can see here that business markets can be segmented geographically زي customers, demographically طبعا مثلا على حسب مثلا الكومباني سايز or benefit sorts user status, usage rate, loyalty status. All these are same variables to segment the business markets as the customer markets. However, there are some additional variables. These additional variables, as you can see here, as operating characteristics, purchasing approaches, situational factors, and the personal characteristics. So these additional variables, the company can deliver, by using these variables, the company can deliver the right value proposition to each segment. So this is how we do segmentation of business markets. الجزئية الثالثة في السegmentation, which is segmenting international markets. Why we need to segment international markets? Because few companies have the resources to operate in all the world. تمام. يعني في بس يعني some large companies such as مثلا Coca-Cola, Sony, Microsoft, they operate in hundreds of countries. لكن other companies can segment international markets. يعني مش هتقدر تورد لكل العالم. So they need to segment the international markets. طيب, what are the variables to segment the international markets? عندنا برضه بعض variables such as the geographic location, the economic factors. عندنا برضه political and legal factors. زي مثلا legal and political مثلا زي بتقسم الكونتريز على حسب الاستابيليتي of government، على حسب الريجيليشنز اللي فيها، البيروقراسي. تمام. We have also cultural factors such as the languages, the religions, the values, the attitudes. All these are valuables to segment international markets. Okay. عندي حاجة تانية في الانترناشنال ماركتس اسمها inter market segmentation. Inter market segmentation. What inter market segmentation? Inter market segmentation, because we said that the international markets can be based on many variables: the geographic, the economic, the political, the cultural, and other factors. With a new communication technologies, okay, consumers now can connect around the world, and the marketeers now can reach segments يعني for the customers no matter where they are in the world. So the inter-market segmentation here, sometimes or we can call it cross-market segmentation. They are the segments of customers who have similar needs wherever they are located in different companies. يعني مش لازم تكون في منطقة معينة، لا wherever they are, even though they are located in different countries. يعني for example Coca-Cola creates special programs مثلا to when they are doing their soft drink للدايت مثلا أو الناس اللي عندهم diabetes or whatever all over the globe in the for the customers even if they are located in different countries. That's what we call inter-market segmentation or cross-market segmentation. Okay. Now احنا لسه بنتكلم عن segmentation. عرفنا segmentation for consumer markets, segmentation for business markets, segmentation for international markets. آخر نقطة هنتكلم عليها في segmentation, which is the requirement for effective segmentation. There are طبعا many ways, as we said, to segment the markets, but not all segmentations are effective. To be effective, the market segment must be the following. Okay, they must be measurable, accessible, substantial, differentiable, and actionable. All these variables or all these conditions must exist in the segmentation process to be useful and to be effective. طيب معناهم ايه الكلام ده؟ معناهم ايه الميجرابل مثلا Measurable يعني can be measured. يعني we can measure the size of the segment, measure the purchasing power of the segment. تمام؟ يعني اقدر ان انا احدد، يعني مثلا من اسهل الحاجات اللي can be measured the age, the gender، بقسم men and women، اقدر اقسم children and adults and teenagers and older people. So these can be measured. سهلة في التعرف عليه. طيب what is the meaning of accessible? Accessible يعني it can be reached and we can serve them. نستطيع الوصول إليها. طيب substantial يعني مهمة. They are large enough and profitable enough to be served. مش مجموعة قليلة جدا. Differentiable يعني they have different attributes. يعني لو ما عندهمش different attributes امال انا قسمتهم ليه؟ ما اعمل لهم mass marketing from the beginning. Okay. And the final one is the actionable. Actionable, that means that we can develop effective programs to these customers for them to attract customers and serve these segments. So these are the 5 requirements for effective segmentation. Type. Sum up what we said about segmentation. We said about segmentation, we segmented consumer markets, we segmented business markets, and we segmented international markets, and we knew what are the requirements for effective segmentation. كده احنا خلصنا أول stage of the strategy, which is segmentation. Let's go back to the second. The second step is what? After segmentation, we do targeting. Yes. Targeting. بعد ما تجزئت السوق يجي now the step of استهداف السوق. Now we need, after segmentation, we need to evaluate the segments and decide which segment we will serve. The organization decide which segment we will serve. The definition of target market اللي هم the set of buyers who share common needs or characteristics that the company decide to serve. يعني أنا بعد ما عملت segmentation for men and women أنا قررت أن أنا أعمل product for women or for men. يعني أنا عملت segmentation وعملت targeting. أنا والله قررت إن أنا هخدم القطاع الفلاني. تمام؟ This segmentation طبعا is not easy. We need to identify the target. ما هوش بمزاجي يعني. There are several factors to target the market. والله it depends on the segment size and growth, the segment attractiveness, structural attractiveness, and the company's objectives and resources. All these are factors that affect our decision on which target we will serve. Okay. يعني على سبيل المثال the segment size and growth. Okay. طبعا الجروث ريت والسيجمنت سيلز ده هتأثر، يعني اشوف ايه القطاع اللي السيلز بتاعه عالي عشان ان انا اقدر اخدمه. مش هبص على القطاع اللي السيلز بتاعه قليل جدا او السايز بتاعه قليل جدا عشان اخدمه. So the segment size and the growth, the segment attractiveness, and my objectives and resources. Do I have the ability to provide a product for this segment or not? These are different factors that affect the company evaluation of the market segments. Okay, we have different marketing strategies. We have actually in this figure, as you can see, we have different strategies. We have very broad strategies اللي هي undifferentiated marketing. We provide the same product to all people. لحد very narrow اللي هي micro marketing, local and individual marketing. And we have in between اللي هي بيسموهم differentiated and concentrated marketing. طيب let's explain one by one. First of all, the differentiated marketing. The undifferentiated the undifferentiated marketing اللي هي بنسميها ساعات mass marketing. in undifferentiated يعني غير مختلف. التسويق الغير مختلف، بالعربي بيسموه الغير متميز، يعني كله حاجة واحدة. In this strategy, the firm ignore the differences in the market. They ignore these differences and they provide a common product that appeals to all customers. تمام؟ بيسموه mass marketing. ما بقاش اختلافات. The company decided to ignore all the differences between the segments and they provide a product that appeal to a largest numbers of buyers. عشان كده بيسموه mass marketing. Okay? طيب the second is differentiated. بقى فيه اختلاف، بقى متميز. We have several different market segments and for each market segment we can provide a different product. Okay, so we design separate offers, separate products for different persons. على سبيل المثال Procter & Gamble provides 6 different washing brands which compete with each other. Tide واريال ومش عارفه ايه، كلها تحت Procter & Gamble. تمام؟ they are competing, they are providing different products to several market segments. Okay, these are the differentiated. طيب more narrowing يعني concentrated هتبقى the concentrated marketing. the concentrated marketing مش بس بقى بتقدم حاجات مختلفة لناس مختلفة، لا ده يعني بتقدم لقطاعات كتير صغيرة. تمام؟ very segmented, very niche marketing, very small share of the large market. والكتابة هنا مديني مثال على السوبر ماركتس اللي اسمها بن داوود اللي في السعودية. local supermarket chain in Saudi Arabia. They best provide their services and their products in very different areas in Mecca and Medina فقط for the visitors of the holy sites. فدي بيسموها ايه؟ concentrated، حاجة very very concentrated in the market. اوكي، واخيرا المايكرو ماركتنج. بقى مايكرو، حاجة صغيرة جدا. tailoring products to suit the taste of a specific individual، حاجة كده متفصلة على الزبون. بدأنا من very big, very vague and very general اللي هي undifferentiated منتج واحد للكل، لحد ما وصلنا للمايكرو ماركتنج اللي هي ده يعني نقدم منتج لكل individual على حدة. اوكي، بنسميه لوكال ماركتنج. في نوعين منه اللي هو اللوكال ماركتنج اند individual ماركتنج. اللوكال ماركتنج زي ما ماكدونالدز بتعمل، زي introduce new sandwich اللي هو الماك اريبيا for the local culture in the Arab world. ده مثلا local marketing، يعني بتظبط الاوفر على حسب المكان اللوكال culture of Arab world. طب والانديفيديوال، بنسمع ساعات عن بعض ماركات السيارات اللي بتعمل حاجة مخصوص customized for individual needs، حاجة كده personalization. او تسمع عن شركات كمبيوتر بتعمل custom figured computers for the customers. These are individual marketing. تمام؟ فلو خدنا بالنا يا جماعة هنلاقي ان the targeting strategy they vary from very large and very general to very specific in these targeting. Okay, how we choose the targeting strategy? how we use the target strategy, we have actually many factors. The targeting strategies depend on the company resources, the product variability, the product life cycle stage, the market variability, and the competitor's marketing strategy. يعني لو الكمبيتر المنافس الكومبيتيتورز use مثلا the differentiated or the concentrated، فمش هتقدر تستخدم ال undifferentiated مثلا. If you have firm resources limited، فمش هتقدر تستخدم ال undifferentiated for all. You need to use a concentrated market strategy. So there are many variables we have to take into consideration when choosing the targeting strategy. We have a very important concern here in the targeting markets اللي هي socially responsible target marketing. Raise some issues. هي targeting of the vulnerable customers. Targeting of the vulnerable زي مثلا targeting the children, very vulnerable segments. لما احنا مثلا when we provide them with the toys and fast food and fashion, sometimes this targeting is criticized because they are directed toward children. Also, we have the growth of the internet. The internet now allows increasing defining of audiences. وساعات ان انا بقدر اوصل للاودينس دي بيجعلهم vulnerable اكتر، فبيعمل internet something we call internet abuse. فالتارجتنج هنا we have some socially responsible issues. طيب now we finish the first two steps, which are the segmentation and targeting. Let's move to the second two steps, which are differentiation and the positioning. Okay, differentiation and positioning. What is positioning? We said that the positioning is creating an image or the attributes of the product in the mind of the consumer. تمام؟ هو فين مكان البرودكت in the mind of the consumer. The place the product occupies in the consumer mind relative to the competing. يعني اقول لك مثلا subway restaurant، على طول هيجي في دماغك eat fresh زي ما هم بيقولوا لنفسهم او ان هم بيعلنوا عن نفسهم. لما اقول لك دايما تايد لو مسحوق الغسيل، they are positioned as powerful family detergent, all-purpose family detergent. So this is positioning. And to understand positioning more, we have to understand the positioning map. حاجة زي كده الماب، الخريطة البوزيشن. الحقيقة البوزيشننج ماب أو البرسبتوال positioning map هي tool that show consumer perception of one brand versus the competing brand. يعني ساعات كده بتستخدمها أو الماركتيرز أو الكومبانيز they use it to understand where is my product relative to the other brand or versus to the competing brand. فدي اللي البرسبتوال براند. هنا البوزيشننج ماب دي على حاجه اللي هي السبورت يوتيليتي فيكلز، تمام؟ رينج روفر ايه وانفينيتي ايه وهامر ايه، فبتقول لنا هو فين في البرسبتوال ماب بالنسبه للبرايس وبالنسبه للاورينتيشن. هي لاكشري ولا بيرفورمانس اكتر؟ هل هي رخيصه ولا غاليه؟ فبيعملوا البرسبتوال بوزيشننج ماب دي عشان يعرفوا هم فين في ذهن المستهلك. You need to know that the differentiation and the positioning consist of 3 steps. أول حاجة identifying the differentiation competitive advantage. تاني حاجة choosing the right competitive advantage and select the overall positioning strategy. Here the company must communicate and deliver the chosen position to the market through these 3 steps. Okay? طيب. The first step is choosing the relative competitive advantage. Okay? We must understand the customer needs and we must deliver customer value. So we have to differentiate our position itself as providing superior value to the customer over competition. وده اللي احنا بنسميه الكومبيتيتيف ادفانتج، الميزه التنافسيه بتاعتنا. احنا عندنا ممكن نعمل ميزه تنافسيه بالعديد من الطرق. We have different ways to make competitive advantage. We can differentiate using product differentiation. ممكن أغير المنتج. Service differentiation, channel differentiation, image and people differentiation. يعني على سبيل المثال product differentiation, we can change in the performance, the style, the design. We can use service differentiation. يعني مثلا we can provide speedy delivery, fast delivery. احنا عندنا البرودكت هو بس احنا بنوصل لك اسرع. This is service differentiation. طيب channel differentiation الوسيله. اوكي يعني مثلا if you look at Amazon.com they have direct channels. اوكي طيب people differentiation we can hire better people than our competitors. So image كمان differentiation الصورة الذهنية بتاعتنا brand image differentiation. We can create our competitive advantages through many types of differentiation. Okay. Also here choosing the right competitive advantage, the difference to promote should be important, high value to the target buyer, should be distinctive مختلفة عن الباقي، superior يعني في البنفيت بتاعتها، communicable preemptive يعني يعني competitive they cannot copy the difference, you are distinctive and preemptive, affordable and profitable. Okay, these are the right competitive advantages twofold. The final thing about differentiation and positioning are these value propositions. As you can see here in the figure, these are the value propositions that the company must position their products. If you can have a good look at these مش عايزة أقول matrix but this figure we can here if you look at the 5 green cells, these are called winning value propositions. Why they are winning? Because they give the company competitive advantage. يعني مثلا هنا they provide more benefit for more price. They provide the same benefit, the same price for more benefits, or even they provide more benefit for less price. This one is very good. This is the best one. ان انا ادي نفس البنفيت اللي بيديها غيري for less price. يا سلام، ده يبقى حاجة رائعة جدا. تمام؟ or at least the same for less or less for much less. These are the winning. تمام؟ امال هيبقى الريد سيلز ايه بقى؟ These are the losing value proposition. يعني ايه losing value proposition؟ يعني معقول ان انا ادي the same benefits for more price. طبعا البروبوزيشن ده مرفوض. او benefit for more price. This is losing proposition. Or less benefit for the same price. يعني أنا بدي منافع أقل والسعر هو طب ما هيروح لغيري. غيري اللي هو بيدي more benefit for the same or at least the same for the same. دي بقى ولا winning ولا losing اليالو دي. تمام؟ anyway, these are the possible value propositions. If you want to win, keep on the green cells. If you go to the cells, you are losing. Or at least here you are اللي هو السنتر ده اللي هو النيوترال. تمام؟ But the green one are the winning propositions اللي هي more for more, more for same, same for less, or less for much less, and more for less. These are the winning propositions. The final two slides before we finish. How to develop a positioning statement. Sometimes you find more companies, all companies, they have the statement of their own. This statement is, as you can see, they follow this for two target customer. Our brand is doing what? Two, and say the difference. طيب, let me, طبعا this is very hard. يعني what? Let me give you an example. مثلا BlackBerry once they put this position statement for their mobiles. فقالوا ايه؟ Two busy professionals. Two busy professionals who need to be always in the loop, on the run, cycle. We, or BlackBerry, is a wireless connectivity solution اللي هي بتعمل ايه؟ That give you an easier and more reliable way to stay connected to data and people and resources. To busy people who need to be always connected, BlackBerry is providing a reliable and easier way to stay connected. Here they are pointing the difference. To stay connected to people and data and resources. So this is a successful way to developing a positioning statement. Finally, we need to deliver the chosen position. Okay, once we make this statement, the company must take very strong steps to deliver and communicate this position to target markets. All the company's market mix effort must support this positioning strategy. Okay, segmentation, targeting, differentiation, and positioning are very important concepts in delivering, and they are the core of delivering consumer-oriented marketing strategies. Okay, and by reaching the slide, we come to an end for our lecture today. Thank you for listening.